Okay, this one ain't gonna take long, but I decided to do a remix, basically a redo of the video I did in the past before. I talked about the black misandry in that Power Rangers movie. It's one of the new Power Rangers movie that came out a few years ago. But I talked about in that movie how there was black misandry in there, how the brother who was playing Billy, I talked about how they did him dirty in the movie, and I'm about to go into a better explanation of that. Is that if you really look at him comparing to the cast, notice how he's basically the weakest. He's like the less intimidating, physically intimidating dude in the cast when you compare him to the other male cast. The other male cast, they're athletic built. They got the sex appeals. I mean, I think one of them models. I think both of them are models. Both of the white dude and the Asian dude, they got the sex appeal and stuff. And the black dude is the regular smuggler black dude, regular average black dude, and that's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that in Hollywood they push agendas out here. They try to push certain people to play roles to give this fantasy and this illusion. It creates this illusion. Think about it. They make sure to cast good-looking white dudes and push that image in the media. So it creates that desire to find them desirable from the woman's perspective. It's like they barely do the same thing to brothers. They might sprinkle in a couple of brothers here and there, like Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Idris Elba, and Michael B. Jordan. But notice they kind of give these brothers like the Walking Dead treatment. It's like it can't be too many brothers getting put on. Like they'll let a brother have his shine for like a couple of years, maybe a few years, then they'll switch out with other brothers. When it comes to the other guys, it's like it's a bunch of guys that getting their shine in the same few years. Like you got Brad Pitt, Chris Pine, all the Chris's like Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. You will have a bunch of white dudes getting put on in the media in the same year for like a few years before they switch them out with other white dudes. But for black dudes, you'll get a couple. But Billy, he was like physically less intimidating. He didn't really have an athletic build. He was like skinny. The other guys had an athletic build. And character-wise, he was just the weakest. He was the weakest link on the whole team. And I noticed they gave the brother autism. Like he wasn't really socially inept. And then he didn't really have that much of a backbone. Like at least Jason had a backbone. Jason was like on some rebellious teenage phase. And he was athletic. And he fought. He know how to throw hands. It's like they had Billy get punked by a bully. And then he getting his lunch money taken and shit. And then he needed to get saved by Jason. Basically like white savior type shit. The brother can't even handle his own. And this was just some bullshit when I had rewatched the movie, because they did that dude dirty, man. And it's like when they first became Power Rangers and stuff, fought the villain in the movie. He was the first one to get killed off. He was the first one to actually be able to transform, but he didn't know how. when they was training to become Power Rangers. Like, come on, bro. Really? They brought him back to life. Somehow they was able to bring him back to life, but you know how it is. Like, the black dude always first to get killed off. Overall, I just wasn't really feeling the movie. Nothing against the cast. I just wasn't feeling the movie. And that's all I got to say. And I'm out.